Summer Breeze 2023 hier in der EMP Backstage Club Area. Es ist Zeit für Death Metal. Bitte heißt willkommen Maurizio von Kataklysm! You've been very busy lately and you've played Latin America. How was that?
Crazy. We took something like, I believe, 18 flights in 15 days over there.
Wow.
You finish a show, you take a shower, you go to the airport, you don't sleep. It's like that because it's, one show per country. So it's kind of crazy. We were there with our friends in Deicide. Anybody likes Deicide here? So we were over there, and it was a great fucking tour. Yeah, we had a good time.
And do you know that this Summer Breeze Festival has an edition in Brazil as well?
Oh no, I didn't know that. Yes, because when we were there, they were right before us. They just had finished the festival. It's true.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Hint, hint.
And although you're touring a lot right now and the new record got great reviews and is very successful, you decided to cut down touring. Why?
Well, we have a lot of family home. It's difficult for us to leave for 2 months like we just did with Soulwork. It was a very long tour, but we wanted to do something where we cover all the places we've played in our career. And then we're going to be doing shorter runs, but sometimes more often, like 2 weeks, come back, do another 2 weeks, things like that. So it will be more centered that way for us, Sometimes less is better, in my opinion.
You got more power then.
Yes.
Even more.
Yeah, we could kick ass stronger for 15 shows versus 55,
Your new record is even heavier than the last one. It got kind of retro vibe. Was that on purpose?
Well, I always said it. If you're gonna lock down a guy like me for 2 years, a monster is gonna come out. So that's what Goliath is, It's a very, very aggressive record, questioning absolutely everything that happened. And we are determined to come back stronger and heavier than ever. So this is the first step. And I think it's a very good record. We're very happy with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you have a new drummer as well. How did that come about?
During the pandemic was the same problem. We had issues internally. Not everybody was on the same vibe, moving forward. And I think a lot of people can relate that the pandemic opened a lot of cracks that were already in the foundation bigger. If you had an issue, it might become bigger. So that's what happened internally. But it was for the best because we have right now probably the best chemistry we've had since the old days when we had Max in the band, for example. So Kataklysm right now is at its top form as far as chemistry, which has delivered this album. It's only his first record with us. He's a machine and he's a great dude. Then he has a lot of feeling when he plays, which for us is very important on drums,
And the drums are kind of a signature sound for you.
Yeah.
And now you got the Hyperblast even more back.
Right.
Was that a purpose development to get him back?
Well, our old drummer didn't want to do the Hyperblast type of beat because he didn't invent it. So he didn't want to do it. That was an issue why there's not much on the last couple of records. He came in and he said, I'm going to bring back what made the band historic, and it's like give its legacy back, but at the same time I'm going to implement my style, which the combination is really great on the album. It's a masterwork of drumming, so, and we're just a family again. We're having fun again, and I think in death metal and in metal in general together, it's all about having fun. If we're not having fun, we can't deliver good music, so I think we're on a new path and we feel very confident what's ahead,
And you have one song called The Land of the Living to the Land of the Dead with 260 beats per minute.
Yeah.
So is that a goal for you to get into the Guinness Book of World Records?
Well, I think we did that with a record called Temple of Knowledge already, which was a crazy album that had 20,000 riffs in each song, right? We never repeated that, but on this album, some people started saying, oh, they're not as heavy as before, blah, blah, blah. We said, we're going to show you that we're still capable of doing that stuff. It's not a problem. But it has to be in the right context and the right atmosphere of an album, So 260 beats per minute, it's a blast beat fest, that song, and one of my favorites on the record for sure, We will play it live. Some bands do it, and they say they don't play it live, they can't do it. There's nothing fake about Kataklysm. I assure you that. You know, everything on the record, we do it live. You know, so
That's kind of extreme sports, right?
yeah, we believe it. We're old school like that. You know, so that's not going to change.
And Goliath, is that like a concept record?
Yeah.
I mean, like small against big?
Well, you know, I think it's the endless fight against the machine. And a lot of people thought, why did you call it Goliath, right? And it's the emphasis, the target is Goliath. That's why we called it like that. There's a line in the song called Goliath that says, no enemy's too big. And if you look at the world like that, then possibilities are endless for you. But if you think there's a limit, you will never get higher than where you are. Yeah. So we have always been a band for the people, by the people. We we see the same things you do. We're not above you. We are the same. So Kataklysm is fighting the same beast as all of us are fighting. The fucked up system we live in. So that's it. You know.
And is it like a concept record? Like the whole record?
It is a concept record. It's a reflection on everything that's happening, you know. I always said, you know, like, some people might not like this, but, you know, even Rage Against the Machine, now they rage for the machine, you know. We are still the same band we were 30 years ago. You know, we have not changed our mentality because of whatever people say, do this, do that. We need to protect freedom of speech and freedom of choice. These are two things that are fundamental rights to everybody. Without freedom of speech, we're not doing this. There's no metal that exists. So every opinion needs to happen and debate needs to happen. And Kataklysm is a band that pushes that. If you're on the floor, we're going to help you get back up. We're not going to stay, fuck you, we don't care. We're not that band, you know. So we're with the people for always, and always will be like that until the end, you know. So.
And when you write the lyrics, do you discuss the topics with your band members?
I come in with the idea of what I want to do, and they must approve it because we're a democracy in Kataklysm. Do you agree with this subject? And this one was like, fuck yeah. So it's
obviously, yeah.
Yeah. So for us, and we have every star aligned on this record because I think everybody, in a way, feels like David in this album cover. It's not like, you don't feel like the big guy killing everybody. You feel like the guy that's fighting the system, you know, and I think everybody's relating to that, you know. So, and we are the David in this thing, you know, we're not the other guy, you know, so. And that's what we are. So we are here and proud of it.
You do live in Florida, right?
Yes.
Is that still the death metal capital of the world?
I don't know anymore. We still got the old school bands that are there, like Obituary. They live about an hour from me. I hang out with Glenn from DSI all the time. He's like 45 minutes, an hour from me. So we're all kind of there still. But it's still a death metal haven for sure, you know. It's stronger than New York used to be, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for being here.
Thank you guys for being here.
In almost 1 hour, 20 to 6, Kataklysm
will destroy this fucking place. Love you all, man. Thank you so much for your endless support. Thank you so much for your endless support, and thank you for giving us the opportunity. We'll see you in a bit, guys. I'm going to go get ready.